Welcome back to the Now Morning Show, just about 18 minutes after the hour of 7 o'clock. Now, as part of its corporate social responsibility and community engagement to the city of Port of Spain, UWI Roytec will be hosting an initiative for students who are awaiting CSEC and CAPE results called Pathway to Success. And so joining us to talk more about it from UWI Roytec, our manager, corporate training and community engagement, Mr. Lindsay Boodoo, and marketing manager, Mrs. Andrea Simon Alexander. Good morning.
Hi, good morning, Kimberly.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
So UWI Roytec, let's talk about that partnership first,
Right.
and of course the function of that institution within the educational sector.
Perfect. So UWI Roytec, of course, is a private tertiary level institution. A lot of persons would be familiar with Roytec from the days with RBTT, RBC Bank, and Roytec was really formed as the training arm of RBTT Bank in 1987. All right. In the years following that, we actually would have incorporated academic programs, so which led us to becoming an educationally diverse institution. We would have actually partnered with University of New Brunswick to offer a bachelor's in business administration program, a bachelor's in education program, a master's in education, partnering Franklin University as well. And of course, we had indigenous associate degree programs. Right. Interestingly, in 2006, the RBC Bank at the time would have handed over the academic processes and management operations to the UWI St. Augustine, hence the name or the rebranding to UWI Roytec. All right. The University of Western St. Augustine 100% supports the philosophy, the mission and vision of Roytec, and we distinguish ourselves through business and entrepreneurship, technology studies, teacher education, real estate training, and of course corporate training.
Real estate training, interesting.
Ooh, yes, we certainly do.
It seems to be a very, very broad program. What was the reasoning for that?
Well, certainly we would have recognized that there's a need for upskilling and training individuals, and that is where our passion lies. By us aligning ourselves with UWI, it really streamlines in terms of our core competencies, which is teaching and learning, and our applied approach to teaching and learning really facilitates this. And of course, UWI Roytec's transnational programs, as well as our institutional processes, are 100% supported and quality assured by the Accreditation Council of Trinidad and Tobago.
Nice. Andrea, I'm coming to you because I understand there's a program coming up for students in September. Tell us a bit about it.
So we have our upcoming academic campaign for September. We are recently rolling out. So under the UWI Roytec umbrella, our academic programs, we fall under three main categories. We have business programs, and we have our most popular business program, the associate degree in management, and we have a bachelor's degree in business management as well. Under our information technology category, we have an associate degree in information systems management and a bachelor of science in information systems management. And then our last category is teacher education, where we have certificates in ECC, the early childhood care and education, and we also have a Bachelor of Education for primary school teachers as well. So we have these programs and a few certificate and diploma programs under business management that are rolling out currently for our upcoming September intake.
Now, I know a few years ago we had one main institution, and that was UWI, that offered these programs. But it has become so competitive now. Other institutions, private institutions, are doing it. People are also choosing to do distance learning. And so what makes Roytec, UWI Roytec, that place to come to for these particular programs?
So the beauty of UWI Roytec is, we have blended learning as well. So students have the opportunity to study on evenings, to study on Saturdays. We have online. We have a mix of online and in-person classes. So we really try to tend to the mature students, the ones that may be currently employed and would like to go to school part-time, and students who have time-sensitive issues. So we really try to have a blended process for our students, and we really try to work with the students to get them into classes that would suit their schedule as well.
Of course. And in terms of the criteria for these programs, because I know that some mature people, they may not have the diploma, let's say, to move to the degree. So will the institution take into consideration age, experience, skills, that sort of thing?
So that's the beauty of our institution. Our institution, our main entry requirements are 5 CXC. CSEC, 5 CSEC passes. We have mature entries as well, mature route as well, where persons, we assess your job description, we would ask you for a job letter and stuff, assess your work experience, and we also provide an alternative for students who may not want to go into CAPE, who may not want to do the CAPE curriculum. So our main entry requirements is 5 CSEC passes. 5 CSEC passes. Once you have 5 CSEC passes, you come to our doors, you have a discussion with us. Our email address is marketing@roytec.edu. We have a live chat. We are on social media channels. Our website is roytec.edu, and we are very welcoming, and we really try to work with you to find a program that suits you the best.
Lindsay, I'm coming back to you because in terms of career paths, let's talk about that, because people may do a business admin or they may get into ICT, but they may not necessarily want to do that with their life. And so what sort of career paths can some of these degree and diploma programs take you in?
So first of all, I like the term you use, career path, because Roytec's tagline for the last 36 years has been your path to career success. So certainly what we do at Roytec, and alluding to what Andrea would have spoken about, when someone comes in, we simply have a free career advice session, because for example, our associate degrees, the first 2 years of our bachelor's program, it actually provides a solid foundation into all different aspects of business or all different aspects of IT. After those 2 years and they're able to understand marketing, HR, finance, operations, they are now in the final 2 years of the bachelor's program. They can say, you know what, I want to specialize in business psychology, which is a dynamic new field, Kimberly. You also have marketing or finance or HR they could specialize in. So the first 2 years of students coming straight out of secondary school, it really gives them a holistic view of what the opportunities are in business or IT, or if they choose to go to teacher education.
Yeah. I'm also thinking as well, does the institution help with internships, with jobs, that sort of thing?
So Roytec has a vast alumni. All right, and what we try to do is, while we don't have a formal internship program, we do try to partner or leverage our strategic partners in terms of having programs that students could be a part of, and we also partner with schools in the meantime. For example, just before COVID, we used to partner with St. Francois Girls College and actually provide internships to them during their summer holidays. Yes. So we still try to add value through that as well as much as possible.
And in terms of the activities, and anyone can take this question, what are some of the other activities students can participate in while enrolled at Roytec?
Oh, no. So our goal at Roytec is certainly to provide a holistic experience to the world of learning in preparation for the world of work. So it's not just the academic side. Of course, you want to be well-rounded individuals, dynamic. So certainly in terms of their extracurricular activities at Roytec, what we try to do is we also try to inculcate in them the importance of giving back. And we'll talk a little bit about our CSR initiative in a little bit. But it's all about that well-rounded experience. The applied learning approach of Roytec, Kim, it really speaks to coming into the classroom. It's not theory-based. It's really practical. So it's about implementing when you go back to your workplace, or when you go into a classroom, or when you go back for a job interview. Certainly you're able to implement and speak to your learning on the spot. So hence it's a holistic experience into learning.
Lindsay, I'm asking this question again because I know I asked it earlier, but I ask it in terms of context, in terms of competition. Why Roytec as opposed to another institution? But why Roytec at all? Because this new generation of students coming out, they're self-taught. They are going to the classroom of Google and YouTube, and they're learning certain things. And so why do you think that they need to be certified at a certain level rather than just going out, getting the experience, and then going into the world of work?
I certainly love the question. So what you want to do is, parents will certainly want the best for the children in terms of learning, and they want to trust their children's education with someone for the last 36 years who have proven to the test of time quality education, because you always want that definitive edge, irrespective of the time in which you live in. You want to trust your children's education to someone who's quality assured with the ACTT, to someone whose academic programs have led to persons having senior management positions in the bank, or in the FMCG industry, in finance, in different areas. So Roytec's history of graduates speaks for itself. So we differentiate ourselves through that quality, through every single thing that we do at UWI Roytec for the last 36 years.
Yeah.
Tell us, Andrea.
Yeah, and Kimberly, I would like to add to that as well. We have an upcoming career advisement fair for our students that's happening on the 12th of July from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. And, right now we are prepping our students. We are having weekly sessions with our students, teaching them how to write a resume, how to dress for an interview, how techniques for preparing for an interview, how you discuss yourself, how you present yourself. And we have a very vibrant student affairs department that helps with that, and they are preparing them for this career advisement fair, where we have different organizations from cross sectors that will be coming to meet with our students, and it's actually open to the public as well. So if persons, past students and alumni, would like to come in as well and meet with different organizations and have a mock interview, or even be considered for a position at an organization, they can come. So that is on the 12th of July from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Where is it taking place?
It's taking place at our North Campus on Henry Street.
On Henry Street. I'm
Yes.
familiar with that building.
Yes.
I'm seeing
Yes.
it. Lindsay, I'm coming back to you. Community engagement initiatives. Tell us a bit about that.
All right. So a key component, Kimberly, of the UWI Roytec brand is our community development initiatives, going above and beyond our primary interests and functions to add value to our communities. And our latest community development initiative is one called Pathway to Success. So Pathway to Success is a 1-month-long initiative where over the course of 1 month, 160 students, comprising of those who would have just written CSEC and CAPE and are currently awaiting results, they would have the opportunity, 40 per week, 160 for the month for over 4 weeks, they would have the opportunity to gain invaluable insight and skills and knowledge on key potential careers for the future. For example, it's really about a day in the life of. So Monday to Friday, on a Monday, you're going to have a day in the life of a marketing professional. On a Tuesday, a day in the life of an IT professional. Then you have HR, finance, mixed with some soft skills, which are essential for workplace readiness. And then you have entrepreneurship. And what it does at the end of that week, it's going to be engaging. It's going to be team-based as well. They have to dress in professional attire. And it's going to provide them with wonderful exposure to what is required for success in leadership roles as an HR professional, a marketing professional, IT professional, and so on. And it's 100% free for students to register, so much so that we would have been oversubscribed. Now, the key for us to having this event successfully will be corporate sponsorship. And while we are still negotiating with some sponsors, we are very, very delighted with those who have already confirmed and pledged their allegiance to the program in the form of Western United Credit Union and Unicoma Trinidad Limited. We are currently still engaging some corporate sponsors, and we welcome Trinidad and Tobago to partner with us for if they want to be a part of Pathway to Success. It's not just about brand sustainability, but reaching the youth and adding value to the lives of the youth as we help them develop for leadership success.
Lindsay, we are almost out of time, but I have to ask, how is the institution preparing for the future? Now, you touched on it earlier in terms of that ICT, but what else are you bringing forward to ensure that our students are equipped for 2025 and beyond?
I love that question. So what happened is we recently had a couple of meetings as well in terms of digital transformation. Trinidad and Tobago is on a trend of digital transformation. We recently had a meeting as recent as last week with the Ministry of Digital Transformation. We understand exactly where Trinidad and Tobago wants to reach, not just with ICT, but also with business, with IT, with teacher education. And we are currently looking at, we consistently and always look at our syllabus in terms of to make sure that it meets real world needs and real world requirements. We constantly look at it to make sure it's streamlined in terms of what the student of tomorrow or the worker of tomorrow, the skills they need, and making sure that they have those skills. And
Andrea, quickly before we go, just remind us where we can go to get more information about the event.
So all our information, we are on all social media channels. We are on LinkedIn, we are on Facebook, we are on Instagram. Our website is roytec.edu, ROWTEC.edu. Our phone numbers are 225-1299. Marketing extension is option 2. So you can reach us online. As I said, we have a live chat on our website, and you can always give us a call. So Yes.
Andrea Lindsay, let me thank you so much for joining us this morning. Looking forward to seeing what comes out of that Success for All initiative and, of course, the September campaign that's upcoming. So thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having us.
On the Now Morning Show, we're going to take a break and be right back. But stay with us because up next we have Shamla with Unique Not Different. Stay with us.